Imagine yourself in a jet black corridor, hundreds of feet from natural light, deep in the belly of a mountain. So deep, in fact, you'd think that Satan himself were behind the next boulder, welcoming you to hell. Frightening, isn't it? That's the reality for one of the oldest professions of humankind, mining. Tonight I'd like to talk to you about the Tommyknockers, underground, gnome-like creatures that appear quite frequently in stories from all over the UK and the rest of the globe. Originally known as knockers in Cornwall, Staffordshire, and Devonshire, Coblynau in Wales, Cloaker in Kent, and Brownie in Scotland, there's no shortage of names or locations for these cryptids. Said to stand at just 2 feet tall, with a disproportionately large head, longer than appropriate arms for their size, and sprouting white hair out of the tops of their heads. These gnomes are said to wear traditional miners' clothing and have been seen deep in mines all over the world. Considered by most miners to be benevolent, albeit mischievous, these creatures got their names by knocking on the walls of the mines to warn miners of impending cave-ins. When not preemptively saving miners from doom, these mischief makers were known to steal unattended tools and unattended food. As a gesture of goodwill and thanks for keeping them safe, miners became accustomed to leaving food and drinks for the knockers to keep on their good side. At the turn of the 19th century, many miners emigrated across the pond for a better life in North America. Having to use the skills that they had, most miners continued to mine for companies already in business, mining precious metals in Colorado, California, and Nevada. It's here where the knocker's name changed to the Tommyknocker, the Tommy portion being added as a sort of slang nod to the British. The belief in Tommyknockers was so real that when many mines were closed down and blast sealed in the late 50s and early 60s, petitions were filed to have the mine entrances reopened to allow the Tommyknockers to be set free, effectively allowing them to move on and become guardians of new mines. Now, not everyone believed that these subterranean elves were benevolent. There were those who believed that the Tommyknockers would call out the name of a lone miner or imitate the voice of a child in order to lure victims deep into the abyss of the mine system, where they would inevitably meet their demise. There are also those who believe that the knocking for which they are named isn't knocking at all. It's the sound of tiny pickaxes weakening the support structures for the ceiling of the mine, in effect, causing the roof to collapse. My question is, what do you think? Are they friend? Are they foe? Leave a comment and let us know your opinions on the Tommyknockers. And until next time, keep the lights on.